Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for injective price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And starting on the daily chart here, we have an impulse correction, an impulse toward the upside. We have a finished wave 1 or a wave A. We're looking at an ABC, of course, for a wave 2 or a wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the upside for an impulse, of course, in a wave C. Meaning we are looking potentially at 3 finished waves zigzag towards the upside. You're looking at 3 waves corrective for a wave B, and then of course continuation for higher in a wave C. A, B, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. Second bullish scenario is double 1, 2, where you have 1, 2, and then another 1, 2 here, of course, after an impulse. You're looking, of course, at a wave 3 impulsive toward the upside after hitting the perfect fib level for a wave 2 and even overshooting a little bit the 0.5. And you would like to see, of course, a wave 3 unfolding toward the upside. Now, your bearish scenario as short term is potentially finished. Your long term bearish scenario, of course, is a 3 waves up and continuation toward the downside. Very simple. And that means in both case scenario right now, bullish or bearish, you're looking for higher prices. And that means, of course, if you are in a bearish, you're looking for 3 ways up, and this is in confluence with your bullish scenario, which will offer you, of course, a very good opportunity inside this box, blue box of opportunity, and of course, no financial advice. So always trade safe, guys. However, it's a very nice opportunity in both case scenario to move towards the upside. Now, if you move, of course, inside it on the 2 hours chart to see the structure of this final move here, where we have a potential WXY, X, and a Z, of course, finished, or simply W and an X in between for a wave Y, of course, at the end, matching all together as a perfect W, X, and a Y. Now, inside this move here, after finishing this structure toward the downside, we are looking, of course, for potential higher prices, and of course an impulse. It would be much nicer if we see one. Well, if you take a look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, your wave 4 interfered with your zone 1. And that means, of course, invalidation of this impulse, higher potential that you might have here, a leading diagonal, but also potentially that a leading diagonal can be a little bit hard here to get. Let me check, of course, wave 3 in diagonal. Well, yeah, it is touch. Unfortunately, I'm gonna keep this because every time I get I forget if it is touch or not. So we're gonna keep this here. And we took the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning this wave 3 might be a little bit tiny longer than this wave 1. Yeah, kind of like hard to take it as a leading diagonal, but still can be, of course, in case we are in an A, a B, and a C here. We are looking therefore for a wave C impulsively towards the upside. And here we go. We saw, of course, several 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for your wave 3. And that means, of course, you are basically or mainly in double 1-2s and a wave 3 finished, 4 and a 5, and you're looking for a 4 and a 5 again. So let's, of course, set this. It has been a while for injective. We didn't do this. All right, so here we go. We are currently in a wave 5, potentially the final wave 5, where you might, of course, finish this move soon as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, taking the all-time high here for a final leg, of course, and potentially, of course, finishing there for a big, a big corrective wave here. Potentially, and that is is gonna, of course, open a question mark. Are we still looking for lower in injective? Let's go back therefore to the bigger view to see what are the possibilities in case we get one more low. The possibilities to get one more low, now you can call this a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Yep, so that is a possibility still, guys. Here we go. It is there. Yep, so your wave 5 might be here. Let me put this in white brackets. All right. So your wave 5 might be a ending diagonal, guys. An ending diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Now it looks like this wave 4 a little bit longer than the wave 1. It depends how much longer it's gonna be, but still can be very possible, guys. It is a scenario. Now, what is the scenario that we might see a wave 3? Because of course the question mark is, this is a wave 1 in a leading diagonal. So let's put the wave 3 and also the 1-to-1 fib level. Here we go. So the scenario where you would like to see, of course, a wave 3 continuation towards the upside. First, you would like to see continuation, of course, not just setting back here, yeah, and then hitting the 1-to-1 fib level and also not getting back, because this still can be ABC, and then moving down. Unless you overshoot the 1-to-1 fib level, you hit at least the uncommon target for 1.27. This is your confirmation that you are in a bullish scenario, and you are in a unfolding, of course, a wave 1 here, which it might be, of course, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 1, wave 2, and then continuation massively and explosively towards the upside. Yep. So these are the possibilities, guys, that we are looking at here. So potentially that, okay, yeah, we still might be, of course, in a wave 3 here for, of course, an ending diagonal. So these are the possibilities right now. We're gonna see, basically, I would like to see one more high here on the 1-hour chart to finish a wave 5 and then start to looking for lower. And if we take a look also at KGT, as you might see, of course, at KGT, we see a very clear divergence for the bullish signals here, but also the CVD line is moving very, very high. And that means, of course, a huge amount of sellers are entering right now. And we see, of course, the signal of the bearish. So we have to be careful with it. Yeah, it's a signal of weakness to see, of course, a very high amount of CVDs entering right now in the top. Yeah. So what you would like to see for bullish is, of course, an opposite trajectory or path for the price action, where you see, of course, a divergence. Now the price is moving with the same, and of course that means that, of course, a lot of sellers are entering in the top. So it doesn't mean that the price it cannot move higher. It can move higher, but the pressure is becoming bigger and bigger, and it might bring the price action back down. Yeah, this is basically what it might happen, getting the high and then starting to move towards the downside. Yep, so that was it for Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. Don't forget also to follow on X. Today we have updated AVAX and also FET. Yep, so these are the updates for today, and possibly, of course, much more are to come next. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.